You're watching the Ram Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.
Welcome back. It was a long fall camp for the Rams that involved some players getting healthy while other players got hurt. Here's the players you should expect to see on Saturday.
One player you won't be seeing Saturday is starting wideout Thomas Kaufman. Kaufman suffered a lower abdomen injury during camp which required immediate surgery. Though the surgery went well, the recovery period is still 2 to 3 weeks, which means he won't be suiting up. The Rams will be missing him as a deep threat down the field, as last year he caught 8 balls for 210 yards for a team-high 26.2 average. With the absence of Kaufman, expect Grayson to look to get the ball to senior Marquise Law, or his favorite target last year, Crockett Gilmore. Last year, the Rams suffered a huge loss to their offensive line when Joe Capriolo went down with a season-ending ACL injury. Capriolo underwent surgery and is now cleared to play football again, which is sure to bolster an already impressive offensive line.
Took a little bit, a couple days to get going. You know, I hadn't played football in a year, just rehab and stuff. So it's good now. Getting through camp was the hardest part, so I'm definitely excited to be back though. No, the athletic training crew here did a really good job. I was really prepared. I felt like I could have been playing at the beginning of summer. So the timing of my injury made it for me to be able to kind of come out and do pretty well. So.
Another blow the line suffered was when preseason Mountain West first team Weston Richburg broke his snapping hand in the middle of the season. Amazingly, Richburg not only kept playing with the cast on his arm, but he remained snapping the ball by simply moving to using it with his left hand. We caught up with Richburg to talk about how he feels going into this weekend.
Well, it's fall camp, so there's definitely going to be some aches and pains that you got to go through, but that's just part of it. Coaches are going to give us, you know, the adequate amount of time to recover, get your legs back, so I'm not too worried about it. Right now, we're just all working real hard. We've got a good group of guys. I've played with all those guys. There's only maybe one guy that's, you know, with me right now that hasn't really had a lot of game experience, but you know, gelling just comes with lots of repetition, and that's what we're working on out here. You know, the first thing we said when we got to camp was, don't think about the future, think about the process of getting to where we want to go. So right now, all I'm focused on is practice, getting better. You know, we've got to work on some technique things. Our line's got to gel. You know, get our blocking assignments down perfect to where we can get to that point. And I'm not even thinking about it right now, honestly. So.
Richburg was named a Remington Trophy candidate, which is an honor that is annually given out to the nation's top linemen. We asked him what it meant to be placed on this list.
It's all about the team. That's what I'm here for. Football takes you know, 11 guys on one side of the ball to do it. And I'm working with those other 10 guys. All those other things don't matter to me right now. You know, if I get lucky enough to win one of those, it's a team award. Greg Myers came and talked to us about you know, his award, and he said that was a team award. So, you know, any of those things, you can't do it by yourself. So it's all about the team you've got with you playing. So.
Another player you won't be suiting up this weekend will be Michael Orakpo. Orakpo played in 12 games last year, starting in 11 of them. As a third-team all-conference choice, he finished ninth in the conference with 7.2 tackles per game and ranked third on the team with 87 total tackles. Expect James Skelton to step in his spot and fulfill that leadership role in defense.
We're going to take another quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere, because on the other side, we're going to catch up with head coach Tom Hilbert and your 24th ranked Rams volleyball team.
You're watching the Ram Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5. You're watching the Ram Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.
Welcome back. The Rams volleyball team last year won the Mountain West for the 3rd year in a row, and along the way advanced to the 2nd round of the NCAA tournament. Let's go ahead and catch up with them and see how their season's going so far.
CSU is honored by being preseason ranked 25th in the nation and began their conference title defense at home in their annual Rams Invitational hosting Virginia. The Rams were energized by a ruckus crowd, and they were powered their way to a victory in straight sets, 25-18, 25-13, and 25-20. CSU was unexpectedly led by underclassmen as sophomore Kelsey Snyder finished with a team-high 9 kills. True freshman Jamie Kalazy made her first ever appearance at Moby, and we caught up with her afterwards to talk about what it was like.
All right, Rams fans, we're now joined by Jamie Kalazy. Jamie, so how'd the game go for you this weekend?
It was awesome. There were a lot of kind of first game jitters and I was nervous, but it was amazing to start out with such a big crowd, and I was pumped.
Coming in as a true freshman, did you have expectations to be seeing so much playing time right off the bat?
I had high hopes for it, but I mean, I guess I don't just expect myself to go out and there and get it. You know I have to earn everything that I get, and I don't know, I have to work for everything, but I was really pleased with getting to play, and glad I got the first serve over. That was big, so yeah.
How was it out there? I mean, how was the game different from what you've been used to in high school?
There was just so much energy and so much intensity, and you get a lot more energy from the crowd here than what I'm used to, and I was expecting that and I knew that, but it was a crazy feeling. Just hearing everyone cheering and knowing that I had half of Windsor coming to watch, so it was awesome.
What's that like growing up, wanting to play at CSU and then finally making it into like having that first game?
It was amazing. I had this like, I don't know, light bulb. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is happening right now. It was just amazing.
The Rams were right back to action the next morning as they took on CU in a game that everyone was excited to play. Again, CSU would show their grit as they would dominate every match on their way to another 3-0 sweep. In the first set, the Rams would hold their opponent under 10 points for just the 4th time since 2007. The second set would prove to be much more competitive as the Rams managed to pull out a 25-20 win. Sophomore setter Deidre Foss dominated in the tournament, controlling the tempo of the game while distributing the ball to her hitters.
All right, Rams fans, we're now joined by Deidre Foss. Deidre, how did the tournament go for you guys this weekend? How do you feel you played?
Overall, I think it went really good. Friday night, we had those first game jitters, so it was good to get those out of the way. And then Saturday, both games, we came out and played hard, and it was really good.
Do you feel like you guys got accomplished in this tournament what you wanted to?
Yeah, I think, we got some different players in. We saw where we needed to improve for the next games coming up, and we saw what we were good at, so it was good to see all of those areas for us.
The first couple games, it seemed like you weren't quite on the same page yet with a couple of your hitters, and you kind of developed that chemistry as the games went along. Did you guys change anything, or can you talk about that?
I think, like I said, it was just those pregame jitters, and we've been working in practice, and we've been connecting a lot better. Yeah, Saturday we came out and connected a lot better. I connected with all my hitters, so I think we talked it over, and we're like, we just need to go faster, you need to go harder, just stuff like that, and we fixed it. So.
In the final game over the weekend, the Rams hosted Rhode Island in what again would be a dominant play as they swept in straight sets. The home tournament title is CSU's 5th consecutive, dating back to 2009. With the win, CSU improves to 66-13 all-time in regular season home tournaments under head coach Tom Hilbert. With the sweep over Rhode Island, CSU also has begun the season winning 9 consecutive sets. It marks the 2nd consecutive year the team has done so, and just the 3rd time since 1997. Senior Laboro, Izzy Golub played a stellar defensive match while also helping the Rams with some impressive serving. Dana Cranston also had a great game, finishing with 13 kills on 50% hitting to lead the team on offense. Not to be forgotten, Megan LaFleur finished with 6 kills on 33% hitting with 5 blocks. With the win, the Rams moved to 3-0 in the season and now spent the week preparing for a much more competitive tournament in Wichita.
All right, Rams fans, we're now joined by head coach Tom Hilbert. Tom, how do you feel your team played over the weekend?
Well, in some areas we were very, very good. I think defensively and how we received serve, we were very good. We were the team probably of the 4 that should have won all 3 matches, so I'm glad that we did. But there's some areas we can get better at. We can be better offensively. We can attack the ball better, and I think we'll work on that this week.
Did you get accomplished everything that you were wanting to for this team? I mean, during the weekend, whether it be going to your bench and see who you have, or just started establishing that chemistry?
Yeah, we started doing some of that. I can't say we accomplished everything because I would have liked to have done more, but we got some things done, and we saw some things we needed to see, which is important. And so now we go work on them for 3 days, and then we leave for Wichita.
Looking at that tournament in Wichita, it's a stacked tournament. There's 4 ranked teams. It's going to be a very competitive atmosphere the entire time. Is this going to be a measuring block to see where the season could go for you guys, or how do you see this tournament working out for you guys?
Well, it's early And I think it's too early to say this is a real measuring stick for us. It is for this time, I guess, but you know, I fully expect these matches to be very difficult, and you know, we've got to go see how we stack up against this type of competition right now. There's a lot of growing to do and a lot of improving to do throughout the course of a season, but it will help us because it's going to give us an NCAA tournament atmosphere, an NCAA tournament competition, and give us a little preview of what that'll be like.
You're watching the Ram Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.